What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. It feels good to be back. Wow. Streaming, we hang out in this stream a lot, right? But since it's been such a long break, I have felt a little nervous about going live. Like, what technical issues are going to pop up? What did I forget? What am I rusty at? So, please tell me if there's any technical issues. Hopefully the audio is fine. We got a little background music going. You can let me know if that's too loud. I am back, just basically returned not 1 week ago from Korea. Spent about a month there. So I'm very happy to be back. All right, you guys are telling me it's great. Awesome. I tried to set up the studio like as much as I could as I got back. I have like an external monitor now, so the monitor is much bigger, which is better than for my neck. I set up the camera here straight on because that's a lot better than my neck than turning to the camera every time I want to talk. And I feel good. Did you go to Jeju? Yes. I want to tell you all about my trip to Korea. We're going to do that today. I also want to talk to you all about Beettober because Beettober is coming on Saturday and there's a lot of fun things happening. I'm going to drop one more video tomorrow, I think, with all the details. You guys know I already put out a video with some Beettober details with what Beettober is all about, what we're trying to do, how we're trying to raise $10,000 for Music and Youth Initiative. But there's more details about giveaways. There's so many giveaways this coming month on this channel, my friends. Every brand that I reached out to pretty much has been so supportive, so supportive in either sponsoring streams, sponsoring videos, or providing content, or providing like a giveaway, either plugins or hardware. And when I tell you we have a giveaway for literally every stream, we have multiple giveaways for literally every stream. Oh, look, there's some new friends popping up in the chat. If members, you might notice there's a few new emotes. I hope there's giveaways from III. I think there will be one. There's also way more ways to win giveaways this year, and I want to tell you all about that. I'm going to spoil some stuff for tomorrow's video in today's stream and give you all the early tea. But I'm also working on updating the website as well. Vote in that poll, by the way, if you're like ready, you hope you're ready, if you're feeling a little scared, or what's Beettober. I already saw somebody ask, and we can touch on it a bit. But if somebody in the community wants to answer what is Beettober, that would be cool too. So you guys can fill in anybody in the chat that's unaware. I'm working on updating the website. So any information that I give you all today, don't feel like you have to rapidly remember it. It's going to be all available on beatober.com, and I'm going to outline it all in the video that I am posting tomorrow. Hey, thank you for the 3 months dopamine fix. Definitely not ready for it. I have faith in you. I think you're ready. I think if you're a member of this community, especially if you've been a member for 3 months, I think you're ready. Gila Kimchi says Beettober is a life changer. I mean, for me, it was like the first time I did it, like kind of just by myself without the community, was like 3 years ago, and it totally changed my workflow, my style, how I approached music production, and made me much more efficient. Miss Nadia knows a little bit more about some stuff coming for Beettober than most in this chat, because Miss Nadia is a great artist. So we got some original art coming from the community as well. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Dopamine Fix did a member milestone chat, which if you are a member and you want to have your chat like highlighted like that, you can just hit the super chat button and you get a free one of those every month. And I have to also say thank you to all the members who stayed and supported throughout while I was away. I tried to post a couple little members things here and there, like there was a free field recordings pack that dropped, and a couple members only posts behind the scenes stuff. Oh, Arnie is the first one to notice the hoodie. We'll talk more about that. All right, but thank you all for being here. There is a call-in link at the top of the stream. I want to get right into those so I can answer people's questions about Beettober. And Then there's questions in the community tab from members. So we're going to do that. Let's answer all the Beettober questions. On the surface level, in case anybody's still wondering, what is Beettober? It is a community challenge throughout the month of October. The challenge is to make a 60-second or less beat video every single day. Post it to Instagram Reels with the hashtag Beettober. That is the community challenge. And then we also do this for a good cause. So throughout the month, we'll be raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative, which sets up free music programs for kids all around the US. There's going to be more information about it at musicandyouth.org if you want to learn more about that cause. But our goal this year is to raise $10,000. Last year, we raised $6,000. And this year, I think we can blow that out of the water. I hope so. I need all your help. I hope I didn't set too high of a goal. But there's going to be way more ways to actually donate and more opportunities to get something, but also contribute to the fund. So, without further ado, let's get to some calls. Let me kill the background music here. So, by the way, call-in link at the top of the chat, and let me just end this poll. 49% totally ready. We got some people that are holding on for dear life. I hope so, and some people are scared. The call-in link at the top. When you click that, it's going to open Zoom. So you just have to have Zoom installed on your device. Make sure your input audio device is set so that I can hear you when you're talking. You won't see me on the Zoom. Your camera's not going to be on the stream or anything. It's just going to be audio, so don't be nervous. And when you click, you don't come right on the stream. You get put into a waiting room, and I'm going to bring people in on the waiting room. This is very important. My friends in the waiting room, like Moon Goat and Milo, you want to mute the stream when I bring you on. You're going to listen to me through Zoom. Mute the stream when I bring you on. Listen to me through Zoom. Cool? Tell us the details about Beettober, bro. Carl, hopefully you got my little spiel about it. And as we have this conversation right now, Moongo, I'm going to bring you in first, actually. As we have this conversation right now, you're going to pick up a bit more about what is Beettober all about, all that. And hello to everybody. I forgot to say hello to everybody in chat at the beginning, but there's a lot of you. Hello. I want to chat with you all as we go. Ask questions in chat as well. You don't have to call in. Let's get to the questions. Moon Goat, I'm bringing you in. I hope I have this tech set up okay. We're going to connect to audio. Audio. Moon Goat, can you hear me? Okay, Moon Goat, just double check your audio input device. In the bottom left of Zoom, if you're on desktop, there's a microphone icon, little caret arrow, just select your proper microphone. This always happens. So if you're in the waiting room, just double check that as well. I have questions from the community. Oh, I hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yes, what's up, Moon Goat?
Awesome. So, oh, right, yeah. Am I supposed to ask questions?
Yeah, what do you want to know? Beettober?
Cool.
You participating? Have you participated before?
I have not participated. I think I'm going to participate this year if I have the time.
Yeah, I think you can do it.
Yeah. So, where does the money go to again?
The money is going to the Music and Youth Initiative, which is an amazing nonprofit that I actually used to work with. So what they do is they set up music programs in other nonprofits. So like I used to work at an after-school program. But you know, if you're just a normal after-school program, you don't know much about music. Usually they'll have like a gym where kids can play basketball or whatever. But obviously like music is a little more intense, right? Like you need to know what gear to buy, what type of, who teaches it, you know, that kind of thing. So what Music and Youth Initiative does is they go into organizations like that and they just set everything up. They have like a set of guidelines. They give grants to these organizations so that they can buy like guitars or set up a studio and then hire an actual teacher to like teach. And what's awesome about this is it's nonprofit and all these programs that the kids go to are completely free. So if you're a kid and you live in a city somewhere where maybe your school doesn't even have a music program, you can go after school to this place. Like my program was open until we were open till 8 p.m. on No, I'm wrong about that. We were open till 8 p.m. on weekdays, and then we do Friday late nights for teens, and we'd be open till 10 p.m. And I just have kids in my studio all day, kids taking guitar lessons, kids taking drum lessons, all that. So that's what the cause is all about. Music and Youth Initiative.
Cool. And wait, how does the money people, make from, how do people make money from the beats they make on Instagram Reels? Like, how does it
So
get
here's
to
here's the
Music and Youth
big
Initiative?
the big thing is like there's two parts to Beettober, right? One is like a personal challenge for yourself, like take on the challenge of making the beat videos, etc.
Yeah.
That's like going to benefit you out of everything. But what the beat videos can do for the cause is slightly separate from that, is if you tell people like, hey, I'm participating in Beettober. We're raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative. What that does is it helps bring people to the streams. It helps people want to learn more about, oh, what are you raising money for? Like exactly like you just asked, like what is this cause? And so the Beettober beats that we all make as a community, they can help promote this good cause. That's what that's all about. So if people don't have to do this like in every post, but if every few beats you make or whatever, or once a week, you remind people like, hey, I'm making beats every day in the month of October, and we're raising money for Music and Youth Initiative. If people just did something as simple as that, it helps
And then people
promote
donate
the cause.
money?
Exactly. And there's the ways to donate is like, this is all going to be on the website and in the video I drop tomorrow, but there'll be a donate button on every stream and every video of mine in October. There will be a PayPal donate button. All the merch sales, the revenue from the merch sales are going to Music and Youth. If you become a member of the channel, all my membership revenue is going to Music and Youth Initiative. And then there's going to be other things too, but I won't list them all so much here.
All right. Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you
Huge
for asking
fan,
that
by the
question.
way.
I appreciate
All
that.
right.
And also, by the way, because I know you talked about having time, the challenge is make a beat video every day. But if maybe for you, pushing yourself and a better goal is 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever it is, don't feel like you can't participate if you can't make a beat every day, a video every day.
Okay. Yeah. I'm busy with school and stuff.
Of
I know.
course.
I
Yeah,
don't know how I sound like, but I'm actually 12 years old. So yeah.
That's amazing. Well, dude, you're starting way younger than I started. So if you keep going, you'll be way further than me by the time you're 30.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye. Yes, that is a good question. That is what it's all about. Amelia says, if I buy other people membership, it counts, right? That's a good point, Amelia. Yes, gifted memberships are, because they get gifted a membership, all that revenue is going to go to the Music and Youth Initiative. Schwa says, what does a beat consist of? If you search hashtag Beettober over on Instagram, if you search the tag Beettober, you're going to see what people made in previous years. Just check it out. It doesn't have to be a certain genre or whatever. Jay said Beettober merch. Yes, I'm leaking some here. This one is super cool design. There's going to be way more. There's going to be designs from 3 different artists this year. So that's cool. Yeah, set realistic goals for yourself. If anybody has tips on that in the chat, setting realistic goals, etc. Will I be out of the contest if I miss posting a beat? No. All right. This is a serious message for everybody watching this live stream. Please don't make up rules that I haven't stated. And don't do that for yourself. I never said you... First of all, there's basically no rules. Of course, the challenge is make a beat video every single day if you can. If you can't do that, just like I said before, set a reasonable goal for yourself. If you post with the hashtag Beettober once a week, I'm not going to go to your profile and say, you only post once a week. That's not going to happen. Eric Clark says, covers allowed? Yes, of course covers are allowed. Every year for the last day of Beettober, I've collaborated with Daltrick on a cover. You can post covers every single day. In the video, do I have to appear playing an instrument or a MIDI controller, etc.? Or can I just upload a drawing animation with the music I made in the background? That's a cool approach for sure. I think the most interesting videos would be we get to see you as an artist performing the music. But if you are a visual artist and you can come up with something cool like that, that's not bad either. I also want you all to think about what's going to perform well on, Instagram Reels. What's going to get the most eyes and ears on your music? Think about that. Are previously made beats allowed, or do I have to make a fresh one? That's the thing. Am I going to go to your page and say, hey, you already made that beat? No. Can I use AI art that's animated with it? All these questions, what do you want me to say? No, it's not allowed. No, I'm not going to say that, of course. I'm a musician from Russia. I'm not ready for Beettober. My only goal is to survive in our country in times like these. Yes, I understand there are people with much, much higher priorities than this. So Sanji, no worries about that. I'm going to keep going with caller questions. Then I'm going to grab the questions from members in the community tab. Milo, you're up next. Let's make sure your mic is all set. Make sure your input device is all set, and mute the stream, and I'll bring you in. Let's go. We're getting Milo in here. Milo, what's up? I can hear you. It's a little glitchy.
Okay, I just realized. Okay, let me kill the other session.
There we go. I think it's almost better.
Okay. I think you can hear me now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, TAETRO. Hey, I wanted to thank you. By the way, you're the one that got me hooked on getting into the Orba.
Oh, nice. Yes, I actually have the Orba 2 now. I can't wait to make some stuff with it.
And I just got the Orba 2 the other day, and I've already been making some tunes with it. So
awesome.
My question was kind of along the same vein that everyone else is asking. Is it okay? I'm sure it's probably okay, but it may not challenge me enough. But I like to use the arcade output stuff as far as plugins. So I guess it's okay to use plugins if you want, but it might be more challenging to kind of do your own beat, So
I mean, if you're going to use samples and stuff, there's no problem with that. I'm not checking anybody's homework. You know what I mean? So yes, it's okay. However, if you say oh, maybe it's not a challenge enough for me, I think that's the best opportunity for Beettober is to do something that pushes you a little bit more. So maybe you might start off maybe a little easier and maybe you lean more into the output stuff, but after 31 days that might get a little bit boring almost for you. So the best part of Beettober is how do you find your sound? How do you try something new? How do you really hone a skill? And that discipline and the community holding everybody accountable of hopefully doing it once every day is going to help you at the end of the 31 days be so much better at the thing that was probably harder at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think some of the things I want to do, I haven't really gotten much experience with the new record feature in the Orba 2.
Yeah.
So I'd say probably doing that and maybe mixing it with my jaw harping. That would be an area for me to grow in. So I totally want to go in that direction. But I also want to get really good at I do a lot of interesting kind of I know you do a lot of natural sounds and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have my own kind of specialty, but I'm trying to also be more into the dance beats and learning how to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's an area of growth too.
I would for sure, if I'm you, I would just write some of that down of what you actually want to be doing and challenging yourself with. Like you talked about the mechanical stuff of how to actually do this looping and combine it with this. And then there's the actual genre stuff where it's oh, I want to do dancey stuff or whatever. You should just kind of write that down so you have it somewhere during Beettober so you can remind yourself hey, this is what I'm trying to do. This is a challenge for me, and it's supposed to be a challenge. It's supposed to be a little bit hard. It's not supposed to feel super easy, So just write that down and keep that as your North Star throughout the month. And then at the end of the month, you're going to come out. Just the sheer doing something every single day is enough to make you improve at least somewhat by the end,
Yeah, I think definitely if I grow into the polyphonic stuff, that's an area I want to grow into. So I would say recording on the Orba 2, polyphonic stuff. I've got some other devices that do that kind of stuff. So I haven't really worked with them, but I've also got the Instrument One and the Siflo.
Nice.
So those are some other MIDI controllers that I want to get into, but eventually I want to build my own MIDI controllers.
Oh,
so
that's dope.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that would be
amazing.
Thank you so much. I don't want to take up all the time. I know there's lots of other folks out there. So thanks, TAETRO.
Thank you, Milo. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes. But find something that's going to challenge you, my friends. But it's a fine line, right? Find something that's going to challenge you, but don't pick something that's impossible. For some of you, it's not possible to shoot a video like I shoot, where's my phone? A video where it's every time there's a new instrument, there's a different angle of video. It's not going to be possible for some of you because you don't have that type of skill set yet. If what's possible for you is one beat a day, you take your phone, you point it at yourself, and you just play the drums part of your beat. That's great. Nice hoodie. Where do I get one? Max Wild in the chat. These will be dropping either tomorrow, Friday, or Saturday when Beettober starts. I have a lot of prep to still do. Hello, Brian Mohammed. Will the live be uploaded? Yes, Soul. All the lives will be available on the channel as usual. I have more people in the waiting room. Thank you for all being patient. I see you all there. I'm going to bring you all in. Don't worry. I just want to catch up with chat. Yes. I don't feel very confident to appear in a video. It's okay. Maybe that's something to work on too throughout Beettober, feeling more confident. All right, my friends, if you're just tuning in, we're taking comments and questions about Beettober, which is approaching at the beginning of the month. It's going to be a community challenge to make one beat video per day, post to Instagram, #Beettober throughout the month. We're going to have fun live streams every week here on this channel. And by the way, I didn't mention this yet, but we are going to be streaming Thursdays as usual. We're going to be also streaming on Friday nights at 7 p.m. PST. And we're going to be streaming on Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. PST. Morning for me. That's Thursdays at 1 p.m. Fridays at 7 p.m. Saturdays at 11 a.m. This will all be on the website and in the video that drops tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Plenty of opportunities to watch. Hopefully there's a time there for everybody, time zone there. Jason says, kind of off topic, but are you able to get the BP ticket? Yes, I have Blackpink tickets because of course I signed up for the fan club on Weverse. Not only that, but I saw IU while I was in Korea. And I'm going to tell you guys more about Korea after we finish today's questions, but I want to get down to business first. I want to make sure everybody feels confident on Saturday going into Beettober, which by the way, that whole Saturday stream thing, that starts this Saturday. First day of Beettober. We'll be live at 11 a.m. It should be fun. Don't forget, Saturday 11 a.m. And I'll always post the streams in advance so you can set a reminder on YouTube. If I post anything, it will be me playing the guitar, hard rock style. Sledgeman guitar, that's totally fine. And actually, there's going to be a specific challenge for guitar players where you can actually win a guitar this year. So stay tuned for that. Really looking forward to Beettober. Challenge yourself and help gather donations for a great cause. 11 a.m. which time zone? All the time zones I talk about will be PST. That's California time. Let's keep going with questions from the chat. Actually, before I go, I'm going to grab questions from the chat. Carl, you're going to be next. I'll grab you. So just get ready. I'll just read some questions really quick that came from members on the members only community tab. Let me grab that really quick. Let me make some arrangements here. I have the external monitor now, which sometimes complicates things, but other times not so much. All right, here we'll get chat right there. Does that work? And then we'll put these questions here. All right, Rashane asks, any tips or suggestions for having different shots if we'll mostly be filming at home? I mean, one tip is, if you watch my videos, you'll notice even though they're different videos, they have similar shots. So what you're going to want to do is find those shots that are common across your beat videos. So you notice I'll usually do like an over the shoulder, or I'll do a front facing shot where the camera's facing me, or I'll do like a from the side over the shoulder. So like, just pick the 3 shots that you're going to do with every video so you're not breaking your brain and thinking about it every time. Also, multi-shot videos are not 100% necessary throughout Beettober. You don't have to get fancy with the video production. If that's scary for you, don't worry about it. Just do a simple set up your camera, do your beat. But if you want to push yourself to more video editing, that's my suggestion for angles. Don't think about it every time. Have the same key kind of angles that you're going to do each time. Wislow, any suggestions on apps for using the phone as camera? Been checking out the Elgato camera app. Neat. That even lets you use snap lenses. Interesting. I didn't know that. I wonder what you would suggest if someone doesn't have a camera and is streaming during Beettober or just recording DAW and a face in OBS for Reels or YouTube. It's tough. I don't think DAW recordings are the best way to go. I think everybody's got a phone. So I say use your phone camera. Don't break your brain too much about like what app to use. There's apps that I use like Filmic Pro is one. Like some of these are just like paid apps where you have a little more control over the camera. I would say only do that if you know what you're doing with a camera. Like if you know how to set like ISO and f-stop and shutter speed and all that. That's the only reason you would really use that. Otherwise, just shoot 30 FPS on your phone. That's all I say. And then you could probably even edit on your phone with a free editor like iMovie or something like that. Kuma, thank you so much. Hey, Jaw Harping became a huge supporter. Thank you so much for that. And Bishop reminds us in chat, beginners and newcomers might enjoy my handy Beettober PDF guide available in the Discord server. Yes, Bishop made a really awesome PDF guide that you all can thumb through as somebody who has participated in the past. There's a link to that also on the last video I did about Beettober, which says I need $10,000 in the thumbnail. So if you're in the Discord, grab that PDF, or if you want to grab it from that video, or Bishop, feel free to link the drive link here. It should work because you're a mod. All right, last question from the community tab. So we have to film ourselves making the beat, or we can have like a screensaver for the video part and have the beat in the background. I have no idea how this works. Like I said, I think it's 100 times better for you to film yourself making the beat. Does that have to mean that you play every single part and make a video that looks like my videos? Absolutely not. Like I said, like here, I don't even know if you can see this. Let me cut to this. Like I have a keyboard in front of me, right? If I'm you and I have like zero video making skills or whatever, I take my phone, I turn on the front facing camera, I set it to video mode, front facing camera. I set it to video mode, I set the camera in front of me, and I literally just play one single part of my beat. Like you make the beat first. Make the beat, and then let's say you have the drum part. Okay, delete the drum loop that you made, and now play along with the drum loop. Record it as MIDI, export that audio, sync it with your video. If you need to know more about video editing, I did a video recently about video editing. I did it with Filmora, which is an app that I think you can get a free trial of or something like that. But there's lots of video editors out there. Video editing apps, I should say. All right, I hope that works. Yes, that's a recent video on the channel, CJ. So if you just go to the channel page, you'll find it. Lamir says, be honest, TAETRO. Did Unison pay you for the Sound Doctor promo? Yes, dumbass. And guess what? It also says paid promotion right on the video. And guess what? In the video description, it says this video is sponsored by Unison. And guess what? At the beginning of the video, I say, thank you to Unison for sponsoring this video. I'm done talking about that. You all can maul in the comments all you want. There's two ways to ask things, my friend. I'm going to rant about this video real quick. I don't do like video rants anymore because I felt like I was leaning into too much negative energy. Also, shout out to everybody who became a member in the last day. Screenshotted that because everybody was mauling in the comments. There's two ways to make your statement, right? There's this way. There's this way, like a normal ass human. Ready? This is how a normal ass human comments. Since you brought it up, Lemire, let's get into it. This is how a normal human talks to another human. Beautiful music as always, but that price though, that's a bit too steep. Like Unison Audio should really consider their prices. Like there's free plugins that can achieve the same sound. Might not be as convenient, but still possible. This is a normal person commenting. This is a great comment. Thank you, Sonic Oasis. Now, unfortunately, the majority of comments and people on the internet are just straight up deranged. Like this. This comment says the same exact thing, but just deranged. This plugin sucks. If it was $20, it would be worth it. Any amateur engineer can mix out this thing. It's overpriced effect chains. It's okay in a sense, then you can get new ideas just randomizing the effects chain, but this thing is not even worth $60, let alone $200. I'ma get a refund after my month is over. I can mix well myself. The only value I see it is in new ideas. I could just download free effects. Okay, go do it. Go do it. If I make a video on something, who said you have to buy it? Nobody. Do I ever say, go buy this plugin? No. I said, if you like what you heard, if you like what you saw, go buy it. People are deranged on the internet. And you know what the other problem is? There's other... let me not. There's people who would be in the comments section and say, oh, that beat sounds pretty good. I see what you did with the plugin there. Let me go check the reviews. And then come back and be like, oh, you're a scammer. Like, why would you promote this plugin? It's because you read reviews by people that don't own the plugin that just go along with this narrative about this company. I don't care if you don't like their marketing tactics. You don't go to Coca-Cola and say, why are there billboards everywhere for Coca-Cola? I'm so mad about the Coca-Cola billboards. No, you don't do that. Because you don't have a parasocial relationship with the CEO of Coca-Cola. But for some reason on YouTube, people feel like they can have a parasocial relationship with me and other creators and talk to them a certain way. Stop acting deranged. Anyway. And the broader, I'm not going to make this. I'm going to end this rant in 1 minute. It's 1:33. I'm going to end this at 1:34. The thing is, you don't have to buy it. Hopefully you like the music in the chat. If you say, oh, I can go recreate this with free plugins, I'm happy that I inspired you to go recreate something with free plugins. Because you know what? That's what I would have done 5 years ago. If you don't want to spend the money on a plugin, that's what you should be doing. Why are you mad? To me, the only reason people are mad about it is because they want to buy it, but it's too expensive. But guess what? When I walk into the supermarket and I look at bottles of water, when there's Ralph's brand water for $1 and then there's a bottle of Fiji water for $4, I'm not screaming at the CEO of Fiji water in their comment section or emailing them or anything. I'm just buying the cheaper water. And the last thing I'll say is other creators who like to comment negative shit on people's stuff and just make claims. Like, I don't know. Let me ask you this. Am I shady? Tell me if I'm shady, chat. Do y'all think I'm shady? I'm curious. Well, other creators like that. Interesting choice. That's all I'll say. Anyway, we're moving on from that. Thank you. Now we're back to talking about Beettober. Anyway, let's get back to talking about how we're raising $10,000 for a charity next month. Let's talk about that, and you guys can decide if I'm shady or not, I guess. Callers, I'm sorry I've kept you waiting. There's like even more people in the waiting room now. I'm gonna grab Carl. Thank you, Carl, for being patient. I see you all in the chat. I'm sorry I'm taking so long to get to it. Hi, Freest Rider. Thank you for hanging out with us. Carl is joining. Let's see, where are we at? Carl's connecting to audio. Let's make some money for the Music and Youth Initiative. Yes, TI-80 Mark. Yes, all that. Sim with Elliot, hello. Alan says you are a really nice person. Thank you. We lost Carl. I'm gonna move on to Zayad. Carl, you can rejoin if there was an issue. I know I kept people waiting, but everybody in the waiting room, I'm getting back to calls. So I got Zayad, then I got Harjas, then I got Ben, then I got Brian, then I got Carlos. Zayad is connecting to audio. Hopefully you can tell me if I'm saying your name right. Zayad has called in before. What's up, dude?
Hello.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. I say your name like this, Zayad?
Ziad, yeah.
Ziad,
Can
got
you
you.
see?
I can see you. What's good?
I'm good, thank you. I saw you maybe a year back, a long time ago, and I showed you my music, and it was really garbage. Yeah.
I remember you calling in.
How?
I remember it a while ago.
Yeah, but my music has improved a lot. Also, I have a question for you because it says Q&A thingy.
Let's do it.
Over. Yeah, I have a question. You know, during your pastime in music, I've learned many chords. I started taking piano lessons and stuff. And I'd like to ask you, what knowledge that you learned that made you a best producer? Does that make sense?
Like what? Like music theory kind of knowledge, that sort of thing?
Like, just what kind of knowledge? Like learning piano, the music theory. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, for sure. Well, with all that music theory stuff and piano skill, like I don't have a lot of piano skill, but I know basic keyboarding. So that helps a lot. But the thing that helped the most for sure, which is probably fits well into like where you are with learning, is ear training. It's like being able to hear a song and play along with it without having to look up the chords, being able to hear a melody and figure it out on the piano without having to look up any type of other person playing it or even sheet music. Like ear training, number one thing. And that's something that I worked on like over the years and years. And it started by like, I was playing guitar. I was self-taught on guitar. I would learn from tabs, which is like a notation. But then I started listening to music. I started like remembering these types of chords. I learned about scales and keys, and then you can just listen to a song and start playing along with it. Then your ears just get better and better at being able to match pitch and things like that. So ear training, and there's lots of resources for that online. I would say ear training is one of the biggest things that has served me well over the years.
Oh, that's cool. Also, could I show you some of my music? Because I've improved a lot.
You can 100% show me your music, but this stream is not the best spot for it. What you should do is post for Beettober.
Could I post it on your chat or something?
The links aren't going to work in chat, but if you post like on Instagram, hashtag Beettober, maybe even tag me, I'll find it.
Okay.
Got it? This whole month, I'm reviewing music. This whole next month, I'm reviewing people's music, like on every single stream. So if you post on Instagram, like find out more about Beettober from my channel and stuff, participate in that, and that would be good.
I think my username on Instagram, because I got it because I met a musician.
Yep.
And they're very good at it. So I just met them. I talked to them. And I'm very good in contact with them.
Can I ask you a question? How old are you?
I'm 11.
11. Should you be outside at this hour?
Yeah, because it's inset day tomorrow, so I don't have any school.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Thank you for calling in, Ziad. Yes, post on Beettober. I will find you, I promise. And we're going to be live 3 times a week starting next month. So you'll be able to pop in again.
3 times a week is a lot.
3 times a week is a lot, but I think I can do it.
Is it going to be at 9 o'clock UTC?
Right now, when we're streaming, it's going to be this time every Thursday. And then there's going to be different times for Friday and Saturday. But I'll post all the information on my website. Stay tuned.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Ziad. Have a good one.
Have a good one, you too.
Peace.
Bye.
A lot of young ones coming in the chat. We like that. We like the next generation of music producers coming in. Harjas, I'm going to hit admit. We're going to get you in the stream. Thank you, Arnie, for hanging out. If I didn't answer anybody else's question in chat, you can feel free to type it again.
Hello.
What's up, Harjas? How are you?
Hi, man. First of all, big fan.
Thank you.
Love your stuff, man. It's really helped me a lot through with my journey.
I appreciate you.
And so first of all, I have some questions for Beettober.
Let's hear it.
So I'm at a position where I'm not able to exactly shoot myself making a beat. And so can I just use like some scenic shots of the areas near my home and other like videos and clips of
That's actually not a bad idea. Like shooting a bunch of like B-roll, like outside scenery, mood shots. Yeah. But why not show yourself? I'm curious about that.
I'm camera conscious and like I have a really shit phone, so I don't I just want my beats to like really first of all I mostly when I sit down to make a beat, it's usually around a theme or a abstract concept.
Sure.
So I just think that shooting a scenic B-roll shot, like shooting some shots related to that one.
Yeah, like I'm all about the scenic scenes, but I'll tell you why I kind of push people to be in front of the camera is like there's so many artists out there. There's so much music out there. And even there's like we can all walk out and see a mountain or an ocean or a skyline or something or beautiful field. But when you are in that scene, it becomes more yours. Like it allows the audience to just connect more. So even if maybe you don't want to put your face in the camera, maybe it's like from neck down, like you playing some keys.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like from behind, so we can't even see you. Like it's over your shoulder, looking down at you playing, that kind of thing. I don't want to push you too hard to do that if you're super uncomfortable.
No, it's
but
fine. I get. Yeah.
consider it. But otherwise, I do think
Yeah,
like
I
doing
agree.
some ambient like B-roll with cool. With nice scenery. I understand where you're coming from with that, because I love that too for my music.
I'll surely go ahead with. I will try that, and let's see how it turns out.
Yeah,
And
maybe
like one more. Yeah.
maybe it's just like set a goal for that specifically. Like maybe you're gonna make the kind of videos that you're comfortable with 4 days a week, and you're gonna try 3 days a week to be in front of the camera, or once a week, and then maybe the next week you're a little more comfortable, so you do 2 beats a week and you're in front of the camera. That
Right.
kind of thing. Think about that.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it does make sense. And like I'm also a singer songwriter on the side,
Nice,
but like I also make my own music and I mix and master it on my own.
awesome.
So the thing is, why I'm inclining more towards music production is like it's because it lies in my comfort zone somehow, because I find like taking multiple takes of me singing to be like really exhausting and really time consuming. So I tend to incline towards like just simply sitting down, getting comfortable and making a beat. So I was just like confused over the past few weeks, like what should I really put myself into, like singing and writing, or making my own music, making beats, producing it.
I think it comes down to you can do both for sure. You can do both. If you want to separate them, I think that's a good route to go. Like you can have one artist name for your music production, like beat style stuff. You can have another name for your songwriter song stuff. That way you don't feel like they always have to be connected. But they're both going to feed like your creative soul. So you should do both of them. You should just be really clear about which one you want to kind of pursue more. Like you have to you only have so much time. So you have to decide exactly how much time you're going to devote to this one, how much time you're going to devote to that one, and then be realistic about that time commitment and what's actually possible. So if you want to go hard into the songwriting, singing stuff, you want to put 70% of your time into that, it's going to accelerate a lot faster than the beat stuff, but you have to be okay with that. Don't feel down about that. Just pursue both and figure out a way to make it
Because
work.
I don't want to like limit myself just because
Right.
production lies more in my comfort zone.
Right.
So I don't. But it's also like from what I've researched, like your videos and other producers on YouTube and the internet. From what I've seen, I think like production is like the commercially much more viable option to go for.
For
Like
sure.
singing and songwriting is.
Right. There is a consideration about like how are you going to be able to sustain it, and income is important for that. So that is an okay thing to be thinking about.
Because I'm also a college student on the side.
Yep.
I have to like it gets really hard for me to do all 3 things together, like singing, songwriting, production, my college also, and
Yeah.
so if I just want to like kind of just go for a linear path and
But you
like get much
yes. But you can do it. Don't forget, like even though it is hard, you're a college student, you have all these hopes and dreams about your music. A lot of people just like say like, "Oh, I'm a college student, so I can only do this much." Don't hold yourself to that limit. You can do a lot. And think about any artist that you like and look up to. Those artists push themselves beyond what they think they can do, beyond what like the cultural expectation is. Oh, you're just a college student. Oh, don't worry about like doing anything else. Just go home, study, watch Netflix at night and whatever. You don't have to do that. Like you can push yourself beyond. If you have creative aspirations, the unfortunate part of our like culture and society is like we have to be doing that in our extra time when it first starts, because it's very hard to build a way to sustain it. But you can do it. You can push yourself. But don't forget that you will have to work harder than most people who settle for like a specific kind of a life, which is fine. It's fine if that is a life they want to live and they enjoy. But as artists, if we want something other than that or something a little bit more, we will have to work harder and push ourselves even more than we might see our friends doing. And that's okay.
Right. I'm sorry, I'm taking too much of your time. I just have two
Okay.
more questions.
Okay, quick, go for it.
So is there a certain duration for Beethoven? Like, I have to make a beat for this many minutes, or I can
I
just simply post a sample under over a beat.
say keep it under 60 seconds. 60 seconds or less. If you want to go more than that, great. But I think 1 minute. So it's not like a full song. It's not a full beat. It's kind of like an idea. And then what I usually try to do, or what I hope to do after Beettober, is you take all these 60-second ideas, the 31 of them, if you did it every day, and you figure out which ones are the best ones. Maybe 5 out of the 31 you love. And then you go after Beettober and you take your time and you develop them.
Right. Right. Makes sense. And like, can I use my voice over my beats? Like, can I just sing over my beats, or does it have to be purely instrumental?
You can 100% sing over your beats. I think we're going to have more than one vocalist. In fact, we're going to have a special award that one person that's going to be specifically for songwriters. That's what I'll say.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Great. Thanks, man.
Cool.
Really.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.
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 We're going to get to the next calls. We got Ben, Brian, and Carlos. Thank you all for being patient. Ben, you're up next. But I'll just tell you guys a little bit more about something else. We were talking about this in Discord over, like, while I was in Korea. I would hop in Discord and people would share like really good ideas for Beettober. And this year, we're going to do something I didn't think would be possible, but we're going to do it. We're going to be doing the first ever Beettober Awards, which is what I was kind of just talking about. There are going to be 8 categories of awards that throughout the month, as you're making your beats, you might fall into one of the categories. Then there will be nominations for those awards where you could nominate yourself, I'm not going to know, or you could nominate another beat maker. Then we're going to go through those nominations and we're going to choose like a top 5 from those nominations. We're going to choose a winner. We're going to showcase the 5 like nominees. We're going to have like an actual Beettober Awards night. So like at the end of October, we're going to have an awards night. We're going to do the 24-hour stream. There's going to be a guest with me live in studio. I can't wait to tell you guys who it is. I don't know when we'll reveal that. Maybe we won't reveal it until the actual day. But we're going to have Beettober Awards. And that night we're gonna have 8 categories. I think there will probably be 5 nominees that we'll pick for each category to showcase, and then we will pick a winner from each category. Not the Beattobies. I can tell you all what the 8 categories are if you want to know in advance. Let me make sure I get it right, though. I have to look at my. I'll tell you what. Organizing this, I've been a little stressed the past few days. First, I was in Korea. Working on this in Korea was not so bad, but now as it gets closer and closer, there's just like so many details to nail down. Like the website has to be ready, the merch shop has to be ready. Like all the great brands that offered up prizes to give away, I have to figure out how I'm going to give away so many prizes. So like, oh boy. All right, is it on this sheet? Okay, do you want to hear the categories? I have to change one of them. Oh, shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Yeah, there's 8 categories. The first one will be Best Collab. And for Best Collab, if you're going to collab with one other person, there's 2 prize packages for Best Collab. So like each of the collaborators gets a prize package. There's going to be Best Dawless. There's going to be Most Improved. So we'll be asking people to share like maybe a Beettober beat from the previous year or a Beettober beat from earlier in the month compared to an improved beat. Most Improved. Best Original Song with Lyrics, which gets into what we were just talking about. Best Live Performance. Best Video. Best Finger Drumming. And Best Costume. Little costume contest. I think that might have been Bishop's idea. I think it was. Best costume. So basically you could go for any of those. And these are all going to be detailed out on the website and in the video tomorrow. Don't worry. I'm just kind of leaking the information for you. You can go for any of those across all of Beettober. I think we'll just look for nominees by the 28th. So like at any point in Beettober, you could do a beat in a costume. and that would go towards the costume contest. Like somebody could nominate that video that you made in costume for the costume contest. You could make a Dawless performance at any point in Beettober, and then that could get nominated for best Dawless. And mind you, each of these categories, the prize package comes with not only software plugins. I'm just looking at this to make sure I'm not wrong. Yes, each of these comes with most of them come with software, and all of them come with a piece of hardware, whether it's a MIDI controller, headphones. There's one here that has audio monitors. There's one here that has an interface, but that's not all. They will also each come with a custom Beettober shirt that will not be available on the shop. It will only be available to those that win this award. And probably the best, most coveted prize. I can actually show you. I'll show this to you guys right now. You will get a custom Control Freak stuffed animal made by my mother. And she just sent me, she just finished all of them. I'm going to send it to my computer from my phone. Callers, thank you for being so patient. There's just like so, oh my God. Amelia City yarn. I'm going to send that to my phone, no, to my computer via AirDrop. Yo, Nefertiti Gold. We'll see if Nefertiti Gold participates this year. Who can say? Not the HEIC. All right, I'm going to try to bring up this image for you. It's not exactly working. All right. Ready? Do you guys want to see the custom stuffed animals that you can win? Stuffed Control Freak that only the Beettober award winners can win. That's it. These are them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so there's 8 categories. What the heck is that? There's 8 categories, but Best Collab will have 2 winners, of course. Check it out. Original Control Freaks, one of a kind. And that's not the only crochet thing that will be. That's not the only my mom original crochet thing that will be happening during Beettober. There'll be one other thing that will be up for auction, and it's really cool. All right. Nominate me, people. But we haven't started posting it. You have to post something to get nominated for the award. But I think that's going to be very fun. What did you guys all think of the little Control Freaks? All right, I have to keep answering the callers' questions because if not, they're going to riot. Ben, I'm bringing you in. Will there be a medal for participation? The thing is, Soul, you show up to the streams. I'm going to be looking at people's beats every stream. So I'll be able to give feedback, critique, and I'll also be able to showcase, say, go follow this person. So every stream at the end, I'm going to take some time and scroll through the Beettober hashtag. And if you're here on the stream, I'm going to check out your beat. It's too cute. It excites me more than the software and hardware. So that's funny, Amelia. All right, let's get Ben in here. Hopefully the tech all works. Ben, how's it going?
Oh, hey, that's me.
Yes, it works. Thank you for joining. Where are you calling in from?
Calling from Denver.
Denver. Well, thank you. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I keep forgetting that it says Ben in Zoom instead of Dopamine Fix.
Dopamine Fix. We're using superhero names. Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Secret identity, all that stuff.
Yes.
All right.
What's up, my friend? Well, thank you for being a member, first of all.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I've been following for several months, and then earlier this summer decided to do the member thing so I could, better enjoy and appreciate stuff in the community that I didn't necessarily have access to. That sounded great. Totally. Get to kind of enjoy everybody's stuff. It's been awesome. I've kind of been busy the rest of the summer, so I've kind of been lurking more and interacting less, but still watching stuff, still kind of keeping an eye when I can.
Yeah, I feel that. I wonder what's the best part of the membership for you? Like what's the most valuable?
Man, there's so many good things between the free, the freebies and, getting to see all these great people on SoundCloud and all these different platforms and kind of, getting to experience people's different styles, different cultures, and being able to hear that in the music. Seeing kind of the extra community chats that happen inside, not only just in Discord, but also in the YouTube channel itself and the community page and all that stuff, things that are hidden if you're not, paid member and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's some really cool stuff there. Definitely worth doing.
For me, the community is the best part, because like YouTube it can be a little bit of a nightmare sometimes because you post a video, anybody can come and comment or whatever. But like I started the memberships because at least it's a way people can say like, okay, I choose to be like a member of this community, and I can kind of listen to I listen to everybody, right? Like, especially if people are in this community that are not members, I still respect them. But when people have the little membership tag next to them, I know that that's a person that like is here to support and is here to be doing something and is here to be growing as a producer, So it's nice to have that sort of filter.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you're chatting and when you're messaging in chat and during live streams or commenting, that sense of community, people recognize you. It's easier to spot that name because it's highlighted among those that aren't. So you stand out a little bit more. So people get to know you a little bit better. And while I haven't really stood out that much this summer just because I've been super busy, it is nice to kind of see other people's names pop up. So definitely worth doing.
Yeah, and we get to know each other too. That's the other thing, rather than being totally anonymous on the internet. But we can talk about memberships all day. What do you want to talk about Beettober related?
I had a couple of questions. So first of all, how long I mean, I know you said it should only be like about 60 seconds long. So that's cool. That's relief, makes it a little bit easier to kind of process that, everyday kind of thing, instead of having to do it, just once or twice a week. But how long should that take to make? Like what would you recommend? What if you haven't really gone through beats, like for me personally, most of the music I've done has been kind of in the moment, producing whatever feels right. And I'll do like my Twitch live streams where they'll go for like 2 or 3 hours to make one like 3 to 5 minute track.
Yeah.
But I haven't really done the whole beat aspect. So like, what are some good, ideas, techniques to kind of pound that out, get it out quickly, being able to build those talents, those skills to be able to create something more cohesive, more efficiently?
Yeah. Well, the one thing is it's going to get easier as the month goes on. Like the first year I did it, it was much more of a challenge because it's kind of exactly what you said. Like making music every single day, you have to build it into your day, and we only have so many hours in the day, whether it's work or school or whatever, family obligations or just sleeping, eating, like it has to fit in our day. So like, I guess it might be helpful for people to figure out exactly, to work backwards and figure out exactly how much time you want to be spending, how much time you can't, or how much time you can actually spend. Maybe you have an hour a day, or maybe you have 2 hours a day, but that changes the parameters of what you can do. If you only have 30 minutes in a day, there's only so much that's possible in that 30 minutes. If you have 2 hours, something else might be possible. So maybe work backwards and decide for yourself, or figure out what feels comfortable, how many hours you actually have in the day to do it. Then from there, work within that realm of possibility. Know that it's going to get better and better throughout the month, but really focus on the concept or the idea that you want to make that day without going too far, thinking about it as a full track, thinking about it as a full song, or as something that's even finished. Just come up with a concept like, oh, I heard this song on the radio today. I want to make something in that similar style. Or, oh, I'd really like to make a lo-fi house track today. If you have whatever that concept is as a guiding North Star, you don't sit down and really start with a blank page. You sit down and you already kind of know the BPM. You already kind of know a little bit of the instrumentation you want to use, that sort of thing. So if you sit down with a concept and you sit down and you know exactly how much time you have, and you sit down and you know that I'm not finishing a song right now, I'm just coming up with an idea, a 60-second or less, by the way, or less idea, then anybody can easily do a version of that. The versions will look different depending on how much time and where your skill set is at, but anybody can do that.
That's great advice. You did mention kind of there's a DAW list category. So how would you go about doing, like, what would be an example of doing a DAW list beat for Beettober, short of just pulling up the microphone on your phone and recording something?
So like DAW list really specifically refers to if you're using hardware. Like if you're using synths and sequencers and a groove box or a sample or an external sampler, and doing that. Oh, you can record it in your DAW. Like if your DAW is your means of recording all that hardware,
Gotcha.
great. But not plugins, not virtual instruments, straight up like hardware synths and stuff. That's what
Gotcha.
that's
So
meant.
more organic, more acoustic stuff, like me breaking out my guitar, or kalimba, or harmonica, or something like that. Is
I
that kind of
didn't
what you're?
consider that. Yes, it could be acoustic, but I think it's really, and it's good that you're asking this question because it means I have to definitely clarify it. It's more like the music making devices are not a computer. So yes, acoustic instruments, yes, that is the definition of that, but also like synth setups and stuff.
Cool. So like if I were to use the DAW, as long as it's like a more natural sounding, sound, as opposed to covering it with a ton of reverb and plugins and stuff like that, is that kind of more along the lines of what you were thinking with that?
Well, in like a songwriting circumstance like that, the DAW is still like a tool in that. It would be more like if you had a performance where you literally were just hitting record on the DAW and then doing the performance. See, that's interesting because it's getting processed via the DAW too. So I think actually that wouldn't count as DAWless. But if you were going to do like a song or something, that would fit into like the best original song category. DAWless, I think, is really meant for the hardware synth users. That everything is getting generated by hardware. Nothing is getting done in the DAW. No processing, nothing.
Gotcha. So somebody said it in the chat. So more like live looping kind of thing. So like a live performance, if you can do it on the spot, then that would be kind of, you're not having to do a lot of processing or producing and stuff on the back end.
Exactly.
Cool. And then I only had one more.
Sure.
I know there's other people waiting.
That's okay.
So since time is a rough thing sometimes, I was I have my Launch Key Mini MK3, thanks to your recommendation a few months ago. That's kind of what I went with.
Awesome.
And it's great because it's portable, but my PC is not.
Yes.
So I've got like a Chromebook and I've got like my phone and, FL Studio Mobile, but I don't really know how to use it. And there's not really a lot of great videos that I've found that kind of teach you how to use it, other than just the basics, like how do I get plugins on it, how do I do all this other stuff, like how do you actually make something decent on mobile. And I was wondering if that would be something you might be willing to kind of explore and get into, just to kind of help those that maybe don't have as good of hardware.
For sure. We will have a stream sponsored by BandLab in Beettober. BandLab is a really, really great resource, and I've done streams on it before. I don't know if I've done a video, but BandLab is an amazing, like if you're talking about using a Chromebook and using your phone, the BandLab app and BandLab, like it's also, you can use it in your web browser. Fantastic mobile DAW that is really capable. And the problem you talked about with FL Studio, or the mobile version, and not finding a lot of resources, is with BandLab, there's a lot of resources out there, not only from like other people, but there's resources out there by band. Like I see them post every day on not every day, but I see them post like more than once a week on Instagram, little different tutorials on how to do things in their app. So I would definitely recommend checking out BandLab, and it's also free.
So yeah, I'll take a look at that, and I'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
That live stream, that video that you were talking about.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you look on my channel and try to... The problem with YouTube is like I do all these videos and it's not easy to find things that have been done in the past if you're looking for something specific. But maybe just try on YouTube searching TAETRO BandLab and maybe something will come up. And then we'll have an actual stream, sometime towards the middle of the month, I believe.
Sounds good. I'll give that a shot. Thanks.
Yeah, cool. Thank you so much for calling in, my friend.
Yep.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
That was Dopamine Fix, everybody. I want to ask, how many of you guys use theoretical music knowledge versus using your natural senses talent to make your music? I use both. Beisha is in the chat. What's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, my first time here. I'm new to music production. Found your videos. They have been so helpful with teaching me the basics. Thank you. JJ, thank you for tuning in. And I think I missed a member up here somewhere. Moongoat. Yes, Moongoat, who called in earlier. Moongoat, thank you for joining the community. If you do become a member this stream, and you type !new member, you will get instructions on how to get in on the Discord. These questions are great, everybody. I hope they're helping clear things up for people. Brian, I got you up next. Brian, we haven't talked in a while. I'm happy to have you on. What's the link for the call-in? It's pinned to the top. It's via Zoom. You can go ahead and call in. Wait, is Nightbot working today? Maybe Nightbot's not working. Has anybody seen Nightbot today? That new member instruction thing might not work, actually. That's the one I told you all that we would have a technical issue today, and that's the one technical issue. I wonder if Nightbot is down for everybody, or if it's me. Oh, Brian, hello. How are you? Can you make sure you mute the stream?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
I have a question.
Let's hear the question.
What kind of camera I should use for my live streams?
For your live streams or your videos?
Good.
Just pause the stream and you'll hear me on Zoom. You talking about doing live streams? Well, you can use something as easy as a webcam. Like I have a Logitech webcam.
What kind of camera do you use for my live streams?
So for live streams, you can get a Logitech. I think
for my videos for my videos.
For your videos, okay. I would use the best camera that you have. Usually, people's phones are like the best camera that they have. I'd say try to use your phone because unless you're gonna go buy a camera, phone is probably the best option. Brian, I think we have a little bit of a connection issue, so I'm gonna let you go. But thank you for calling in. Sorry about that. It was like a little distorted. Phone camera plus good lighting, says TJ Davis. Yes. Phone camera plus good lighting. Greetings, people of chat. Hello, Mystery Man. Oh, sorry to the new members that the Nightbot thing is not working. I'm going to try to fix it, but I don't really know why it's not working. I'll text Joe and ask him. I wonder, hey Bishop, if you're able to do that, never mind, I'll do it right now. And let me bring in the next caller while I do that. I'm going to bring in Carlos. Carlos, thank you for joining us. So the Discord is available to only members. Katie Cat, hello, nice to see you. Yo, Carlos, what's good?
Hey.
Carlos, you got a dope setup.
Thank you. I don't think you remember me or
I think I remember this room.
Daniel.
Daniel, what's good, Daniel? Daniel.
Hey.
Talk again.
Hey, hi.
Daniel, what's good? My friend, how long has it been?
Like since January, I think.
That's insane. You sound different, I'll say that. That's crazy. Well, how's it going? What's up? How's your music journey been?
Well, about that. So the last time I was on here, I made a promise to make my first release in January.
And?
That slightly failed.
You broke a promise.
No.
Actually, I'm hanging up right now.
No, please don't.
Just kidding.
So here's the thing. I didn't want to just like release one song when I started. I wanted to like maybe make like 2 or 3 songs so I could just start off like well, I guess, in a way.
Sure.
And so the thing is, this has happened a lot recently where I will go to my room and I'll get ready and I'm like, okay, I want to make some music. And I open Ableton and then I'm like, okay, what should I do now? Mm-hmm. Like I can't find inspiration at times. And like that was my question for you actually, is how do you find inspiration to make new music all the time?
It's a good question. I will say, if you just sit down to make music just for the sake of making music, you're gonna encounter that a lot. You have to, I kind of mentioned this before with the other caller is like you have to sit down with some type of concept. Like you have to sit down and want to already have been inspired. You don't want to sit down and say, okay, now where's my inspiration? You know, you want to sit down and have a concept in mind. Oh, I heard this dope producer today. I want to try that technique that they did. All right, I heard this song today. I want to make something in a similar genre. You should sit down with that and figure out what that is. And it's also like you want to figure out what kind of artist you even want to be, what kind of music you even want to make. And at this stage for you, like you're probably still discovering that and still learning that. And it might change over the years. So what I say for you is how you started this call. You're like, oh, I didn't want to release one song. I wanted to release like 2 or 3. But what that's ultimately going to do is hold you back. You want to just make stuff and put it out. You don't want to hold yourself to like any oddly specific standard of like, oh, it has to be 2 or 3. Because that's just going to stop. Like, as you saw, like you didn't release something in January. So, but you probably would have been better off if you had. So when you sit down, don't think like, oh, how can I get inspired? Already have that inspiration in mind. Like whenever if you go into school, you're listening to music, or if you're commuting or you're doing chores or whatever, and you get inspired by something, take note of it, whether it's a mental note or you write it in your phone or you have a notebook. Like take a mental note of that and then sit down and then go make something with that inspiration in mind and that as a guide. For me, things that inspired me a lot were like if I watch a producer interview in the studio, or if I watch a movie and I really like the music in the movie, that is the stuff that gets me to sit down and feel super motivated. Or if I watch like a dope performance, like that's the stuff that I'm like, damn, I want to do that. And then I sit at my computer and I try to do it. That's how I kind of keep going.
Yeah. Well, like another thing is I usually, when I make music, I'll try to focus not on like an idea, but like a sort of like a broad, like a very broad like genre. And then as I make the song, I start like really defining, okay, this is maybe gonna be like a lo-fi song, or maybe something like more like energetic, maybe house or something.
Yeah. I mean, you can totally do that. Especially at the beginning, keeping it broad is fine, but you will want to get like more specific and more focused into like finer details as you progress on and on, because the broadness of it's like trying to get somewhere without a map. Like you can probably get there. You can probably get to where you want to go, but you might get to somewhere that you don't actually want to go. Whereas if you just follow the map, you would get to exactly where you wanted to go. And it's not the perfect analogy, but for music, it's like sometimes you want to be following the map a little bit. You want to inject your own creativity into it, but if you follow the map a little closer, you'll get closer to where you actually want to be.
Yeah, thanks. But just really quickly, I wanted to tell you this, but
yes,
I didn't release in January, and I actually didn't make any music for like a good 3 months, maybe.
What happened? It's I think you probably grew taller. The reason I didn't recognize you is because you both sound and look different, but I know exactly who you are. I bet the merch that I sent you doesn't fit anymore.
I still have. Can you give me like 5 seconds?
Go 5 seconds.
All
go.
right.
Go. Herseg says, to the caller, I would recommend watching Kanye's documentary on Netflix as well as to everyone in the chat. Yeah, I found that documentary a little bit boring, but seeing early footage of an artist like Kanye West is super cool. So the documentary itself might be boring, but some of that cool footage is pretty cool. Whoa. Let's see.
I'm back.
You got the hoodie. There's no way that it fits, I'm telling you.
I have another hoodie on. Hold up. Take this off first.
All right. You gonna that merch is like not even available anymore, I think.
Hoodie for like maybe 2 years now.
Let's see it. I'm gonna show it to everybody if that's fine with you. If I can put you on screen.
Sure.
Okay. All right, ready? So here we have Daniel modeling one of the OG Control Freak Club hoodies. Let me make this bigger. Check it out. Wow, it does still fit.
Really comfy,
that's pretty
by the
good.
way.
Oh, it's really comfy, he says.
Yes, it is.
That's dope, man. That's awesome that you still have that.
And it's durable. I've had it for like 2
Oh,
years now.
and it's durable. You heard it here first, folks. Nice.
I'm just promoting TAETRO.
Yes. Daniel, man, that's awesome. Thank you. First of all, I think you should participate in Beettober. Chat, if you think Daniel should
I'm
participate in
going to.
Beettober, drop it in the chat. Because what that will do for you is it will, if you have to make something every single day, the whole thing about the challenge is, yes, it seems hard, but if you have to do it, if you have to make something every day, you forget about all the stuff that you worry about. You forget about like, oh, finding inspiration. You forget about all the nitpicky like stuff and you just do it. You know what I mean?
The one thing is, I try to balance because I have like this. I want to make a lot of music, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, there's still like I have sports and school and things. So I try to make as much music as possible when I have the time. So
Yes.
I want to do Beettober as much as I can. The problem is I don't know if I can as much as I want to.
I hear you. It just becomes what is actually possible for you to do. So don't worry about like having the time. First of all, figure out how much time you actually have. You need to, there's 168 hours in a week. This is for everybody. I've talked about this before. There are 168 hours in a week. What you need to do is sit there with a pen and paper, write 168, and then subtract literally everything you do from 168. Subtract sleep. Okay, I sleep 8 hours. Subtract eat. I eat with my family an hour a day each week. That's 7 hours per week. Minus sleep time. I already did sleep. Minus homework time. Minus sports. Minus the time I spend in school. Subtract everything. I've never met somebody, even if they do sports, even if they do school, that at the end of doing that math, there's 0 hours left. So maybe at the end of that, at subtraction, you're left with 30 minutes. Maybe you're left with 1 hour. Maybe you're left with 2 hours. You use those hours and you say, okay, that means I have 1 hour every day to do Beettober. And whatever you can do in 1 hour is what you can do.
Yeah. Finally, because I think I'm going a little too far, a little too long.
Okay.
But,
go for it.
Just really quickly. So after like May is when I really started to pick up and like started making a lot more music. And finally, I think, forgot, but it was like 3 weeks ago, I finally released 3 songs.
Wow. Round of applause for that.
Took me like 2 years, but I did it eventually.
That's dope. Well, congrats on that. That's huge.
Thanks.
And we're going to look forward to hearing more of your music during Beettober.
Yeah, I'll see how much I can.
The chat wants to know where they can go hear your music if you've got it up anywhere.
It's on every platform because I asked to use DistroKid because of you.
Oh, heck yeah.
So, my producer name is Zolix, Xolix. Zolix.
Xolix. So we can find that on Spotify, everything?
Yes, everything.
All right. Chat, go check out Daniel's music, and we're going to look for your posts during Beettober, Daniel.
Thank you. I don't have any socials yet, but it's coming soon.
You're going to make an Instagram before Beettober starts?
Yes, hopefully.
All right. Well, I will talk to you soon. It was great to hear you again in this new version of you.
Thanks.
All right. Peace out, my friend.
Bye.
Wow. That's crazy. These people be growing up on this live on stream. Zolix. Wow. 3 tracks. Let me just play this real quick. Oh, it's like dance music. Okay. Interesting. You all can check that out. All right. Anyway, it's always great when there's common community members. We have 3 more callers in the chat. And I'm going to do 3 more questions. We've been going for about an hour 20. And then I will tell you guys some stories from Korea. I'll show you guys some stuff. There will be a Korea video dropping on Sunday. Okay. Jason, you're up next. Joel Harping says, nobody cares if you got straight A's or which college you went to. I agree. It's so true. What matters is how good you are to others and how you contribute to humanity.
Hello?
I agree.
Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Jason. How are you?
Good.
I can hear you. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, the thing I want to ask is, I'm just starting out. I got like my MIDI keyboard and stuff, but like sometimes my ideas is complete chaos in my head. So, what is your suggestion to like organize them sometimes?
Tell me more about this chaos. What do you mean by that?
Like maybe like the chord progression and like keys, maybe sometimes the lyrics and stuff.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
So it's a little all over the place.
Yeah.
I think you just got to be more diligent about capturing the ideas and not worrying about how they get used. So like when I was younger, I used to do a lot of singer-songwriter stuff. And what I would do is I would carry around a notebook and just if I came up with a single line of lyrics, like a clever line or a clever verse, I would just write it down in a notebook and not sit down to write a whole song. I would write down the single line. Then later in the day, I might come up with a totally unrelated line or a totally unrelated verse, and I'd write that down. And then I'd have this full book of verses and lines or whatever. So when I sat down to write a song, if I ever got stuck or if I didn't know what I wanted to say, I'd open the book and I'd find something that fits. So like with music production, let's say you have a good idea for a chord progression, say you have a good idea for like a drum pattern or whatever, what you can do is just make those. Just open up your DAW, record that chord progression, whether it's MIDI or audio, and then just save it. Save it in your user library. Save the MIDI or the audio separately. And then when it comes time for you to make a track, you're like, okay, I want to make this kind of track. Oh yeah, I made that chord progression earlier. Let me drop this in and see if it works. That sort of thing. So if all your ideas are kind of all over the place, capture them, store them somewhere. So it's like you're putting them on the shelf and you're going to pull them out for later. Wislow in chat says, I'm ADHD. I write a list on the front of paper. I write my rabbit holes and discoveries on the back. Yeah. So it's like you might have a diligent list. Like I want to make this kind of track. So I need this, and this. That's your organized list. And on the back, you have like a bunch of crazy ideas, all that.
Okay.
You can do it. Don't feel too disorganized. And then also, to push you a little bit, it is a little bit of self-discipline. Don't let yourself go too crazy in the chaos. Like it's like a workout routine. Like when you have to push yourself to do one more set or one more whatever. Like music and arts is the same way. Like you have to push yourself to be a little more self-disciplined, a little more diligent. And when you sit at the computer, you say, okay, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to finish this 4-bar beat or 4-bar pattern, or I'm going to actually arrange this track before I move on. Like that kind of thing. You do have to push yourself to do these things. It's not always easy.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You can do it, Jason. Thank you for calling in.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Wow. We haven't done a call-in show in a while and it feels really great. All right. Crazy. Maybe? Who can say? Let's bring on Crazy. Oh, people are listening to Zolix. That's great to hear. Tell me more about this chaos. TAETRO sounded like my therapist right there. Amelia, I saw you talk about being camera shy. Beettober, you need to be in the videos, Amelia. We've come far enough. Crazy, you're still connecting to audio. I'm going to give it a couple minutes and let you connect. You might have walked away from the computer or something. Amelia, your stuff is too good. You got to be in the videos. You got to let people know who you are. Good way to get over the anxiety. Jump in the deep end. This Beettober. Yes, my friends. What else was I going to share? What else can I leak about Beettober? Merch. It's going to be merch. I already said that. 3 different artists. Exclusive merch for the award winners. There's going to be a thing called Beettober bounties. This is what I was talking about earlier with there's like a guitar bounty. There's going to be either, I think there's 4 of them. And what these are like specific competitions or challenges that will happen throughout the month. But I'm going to post them all at once so you know exactly when they're coming and what you have to do. So for instance, teaming up with Jamstick to give away a Jamstick guitar. That's going to happen sometime in the middle of the month where I'm going to be looking for guitar players to post their guitar beats. There will be other ones where, the 343 sample challenge. That will be a Beettober bounty this year. You'll be able to participate in that. And then there's other ones. I guess I won't spoil all of them. There's one with Lander, and then there's one with Piano Book, like Spitfire. All right, Crazy, I'm sorry, but the audio is not connecting, and we got another caller, Shoba. Let's get Shoba in here. And then I have someone that just says Zoom user. I'm going to bring you in next, but I'm skeptical because it says Zoom user. Hi, how are you doing? Why you love lo-fi so much? I don't know, man. I just love it. Welcome to the chat. Those Jamsticks look pretty cool. I agree. Bring your mom in your live streams. Good idea, Brian, but we're in different states. Shoba, I'm bringing you in. It says joining. Hopefully it's not a technical problem on my end. Fill out that list when you're struggling to organize, but make it something that helps you get that stuff out. Yes, I agree. Oh, it timed out. You want to try again? You can try calling again. Shoba. I hope everybody's been enjoying this stream. We haven't done a call-in stream in quite some time, so this is a lot of fun to actually talk to the people in the community. This is what makes... this is why I continue doing what I'm doing. I think if I was just making music like I used to, or just making videos and not doing this kind of thing, it would be hard to sustain. But since there's a community and we can all talk and hear each other's voices and connect on this deeper level, it makes it a lot better. I think Crazy's back in. Let's try. Everybody, it just says joining. Oh, maybe Crazy's in now. Connecting to audio. Shoba, if you leave and try to rejoin, it might work. Oh, Crazy, how's it going?
Hi there.
Welcome. How are you? Make sure you listen through Zoom, not through the stream. Where are you calling in from?
Actually, I'm calling from Poland, Central Europe.
Amazing.
So, middle of the night here.
Wow, thanks for staying up late. I'll try to speak quietly.
No, don't worry. I live alone, so not a problem. Actually, finishing up a track in mine.
Nice.
At the moment. My question would be, since it's my first live with you guys, would be basically connections, as I am a lone wolf in the in the woods, let's say.
I feel you.
I was wondering about the what would be your advice to get in touch with the communities in regards to the producing? Because I know about the groups, but for most of the groups that I got on Facebook or something like that, I would say there's a lot of, I don't know, shit posting, basically just going through the same things. And since I'm doing it for 2 years now, I would really like to go to some specifics, like look for specifics and not just go through advices in regards to what headphones to buy or monitors, etc.
I totally agree with you. I mean, that's not everybody can become a member of the channel, but that's why my Discord is locked behind membership, because it's not that kind of Discord. I know a lot of other music production Discords are like shit posting and are like the same conversation over and over again. But that said, Amelia said it best in chat. She said, here is a good place. And there have been actually many collaborations and many connections made through this community, whether you're an actual YouTube member or not, because when we meet here during our stream schedule on a regular basis, you know, you see familiar names in chat. You get to have like little side conversations, and you really can connect. Like, it's crazy that I'm in California and you're in Poland, so that's already one awesome connection. But then it's like, I think of Amelia, who I think is in Singapore, and then there's some other people from like we had a call from Denver earlier. that kind of thing. So being here, hanging out, getting to know these people in this community is the way to break away from that other type of music producer community. And then also, I'm going to tie it back to Beettober, because with Beettober, what it allows you to do is to go on Instagram and search the tag, and you can see everybody who's making music this month. You can get a feel for what kind of music they make, what kind of like person they are, because it's tied to their Instagram, you know, like, and you can connect with them. You can comment on another producer's stuff. They might comment back on yours. And if you're also making music too, they might see your stuff and say, oh, I want to work with that person, or I want to connect with that person. And then just together, as this community develops more and more, we just have the opportunity to have deeper conversations and share deeper experiences rather than just talking about what headphones to buy. And if you've noticed, I don't know how long you followed the channel for, but like I used to make, and I'll make more of these in the future for sure, but I used to pretty regularly make like buy this MIDI controller type videos, like where I would, you know, compare MIDI controllers, whatever. And I don't do it so much anymore because of exactly what you're saying. It's just like, it's the same conversation over and over again, and it brings in the same type of people over and over again. Whereas I'm really trying to find people like you calling in and other people in this community that want to have deeper conversations, that want to go a little bit further than just scrolling for gear, you know?
Yeah, it's most of the cases of the posts, etc. In regards to that, as well as the advertisements for selling some kind of courses or something like that, I also went through those as well. So yeah, advice from myself and probably from you as well. It takes a bit more time, a bit more effort, but still, YouTube and all of the repositories in the internet, it's just much more fun to look through rather than just to buy something like something already prepared. I would say you can find much more things during your research rather than just look through one material or one person.
Yeah, for sure. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So yeah, that will be. Oh well, maybe I can also drop the latest one, as I already exported the file. I can share what I've did today. You guys can check it out as well.
I would highly suggest if you're already ready. October 1st is coming right up. Post some video version for Beettober, and then we'll be able to listen to it on stream.
All right.
What's your artist name so people can check you out?
It's gonna be Viraha, but I was the first time I got connected when you said, what was it? Crazy.
Yes, I was wrong.
Yeah, not wrong. It's just very different pronunciation. In Poland, that would be krzywszy.
Krzywszy. Oh, yep. I get it. Okay, I should have known.
No. You shouldn't have. California is a long way from Poland, so
that's true.
I did not. I did not presume that would be. I just did not think about that
the Western pronunciation. Yeah. I just dropped your artist name in chat so people can go on SoundCloud and check you out.
Cool.
Thank you so much, my friend. See you soon.
Yep. See ya, mate. Bye.
All right. Yeah, that's the username there. I think I have a little Polish in my blood. Who can be sure? I haven't done a DNA test. All right, Zoom user, I'm bringing you in. Zoom user is connecting to audio. Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Going? Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, this is Arclay. Sorry, it's just Zoom user.
Arclay, what's good? I get a little worried. We've never really had a problem with the call-ins and trolls, but I get a little worried when I see just Zoom user. But I'm relieved.
No, yeah, for sure, man. I literally just made the thing like 5 minutes ago. So.
Oh, nice. I'm glad to talk to you here on the call-in show.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm really excited for this year for Beettober because last year was like the first year. I think what was it Saturday? Was it Saturday? No, September or August of last year is when I became a member of like the community.
Thank you so
And
much.
I was like, I was trying. Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate you for sure because I don't think with you or without you, I probably wouldn't have been able to be as inspired. So you've been a huge inspiration and just kind of like influence with me making the music and being able to release everything.
That's awesome to hear,
So-
man. Thank you.
So my question is, are there other ways we can support like the cause and everything in Beettober besides like donation and like Beettober videos and stuff?
I mean, like, there's so many ways. There's going to be like sample packs. And all my sample pack revenue will go. Since you're a member, like membership revenue is going to go to it.
Okay.
In terms of like spreading the word, like if you have family, coworkers, loved ones, or whatever that do any type of charitable giving, just spreading the word with them, like showing them what we do as a community, showing them like, oh, I'm doing this thing called Beettober. Look at all these producers participating, and oh, like this is the cause, and you could share a link with them or something. It's like the power in us. I mean, the whole reason I do this, and we have this kind of stream, and we can talk to each other. It's like because of the connection. Like I am more, if I make a video or if I do a stream where I'm teaching all of these people all at one time, it's more powerful than if I'm just doing a one-on-one lesson or something, right? So
Okay.
with you all and your communities, our message and our power as a community is as powerful as like not just us, but each individual has their own community to just tell them about what we're doing, tell them about the cause. And like, even if they don't donate, just having them even know that there's organizations like Music and Youth Initiative out there might inspire them to do something, or, it might, whatever it might be. Just getting the word out there, I think, is one of the most important parts. But I'm going to have a page on the website, on beatober.com, with all the ways that people can donate and contribute. And like I said, it's everything from direct donation to buying a sample pack to buying merch. We're going to have some auctions, which will be a lot of fun.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. So I do plan on, I work like 7 days a week, and I'm actually working on a song right now for Beettober. I'm doing a little Blink-182 remix, lo-fi
Nice.
remix. So I'm going to try to get that out the first week. I've never recorded a video before, so that will be kind of new. I've started live streaming on Twitch and stuff.
Cool.
So I'm debating on like making stuff on Twitch and then somehow performing it on Twitch and putting it on Instagram and doing that. But there's so much that I'm trying to figure out. And I think it's kind of like, it's a little overwhelming at first because
Yes.
it's the pressure I'm putting on myself. But I think whenever you were like, oh, you don't have to make a beat every single day, challenge yourself, but don't go overboard with it.
Right.
That's kind of left a lot of the pressure off. So
Yes, a challenge for you is not going to be the same as a challenge for me. You know what I mean? And the same,
Right.
Like a challenge for you is not going to be the same as to another person in the community. We're all challenging ourselves in different ways. As long as you feel like you're being challenged, it shouldn't be too comfortable. And that discomfort, that little bit of stress that you're maybe feeling, is a good thing.
okay.
Do what's possible for you. Don't feel like you have to do something crazy. Like you said, you haven't done videos before, so don't look at my videos and be like, oh, I got to make something that looks like TAETRO's videos. It's just not going to be possible because what I'm doing now is built on like years and years of experience. Not to say you can't get there and probably get there faster than me, but it's not like you're going to make your first video and it's going to be the best video you ever made, right?
Right. Yeah. Sweet. Well, awesome, man. I'm excited for this year for sure. And for everyone who's going to participate too.
Heck yeah.
I think it's going to be a fun year for sure. I can already tell.
I'm looking forward to the Blink-182 lo-fi.
Yeah, I am too. I'm gonna try to do like an actual like EP because I've done a
Nice.
couple covers over my past few projects. But I want to try to get that out before the end of the year. So hopefully we'll see what happens.
The thing about
But-
it, like I was talking about before, Beettober is a good opportunity to just work on ideas because it's just supposed to be like short form stuff. So if you have like a bunch of ideas, like, oh, I want to try this song or I want to try that song, try them all during Beettober, and then you don't have to use all of them. Once November rolls around, you can pick the best ones. Or then you get people's, if you post to Instagram as a video, you see, oh, which ones did people react to the most? Which one did people like the most? And that kind of can also inform which direction you go in.
Okay, sweet. Well, I appreciate it, man, for sure.
I appreciate you too. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one. All right. That's it for our calls today, my friends. We are going to go into something different now. Thank you to everybody who called in. I will answer any final questions in the chat. I saw Beisha ask, question regarding Beettober. Are vocals all right for adding on beats? Beisha, you've been in this community long enough. Come on. You know. And you've also, didn't you participate in Beettober last year? Or was it last year or the year before? And you've done vocals before. Of course, vocals are welcome. And some of you might have missed it, but don't worry. It's going to be on the website and there's going to be a video. But there will be a song, a category for the Beettober Awards, which we talked about earlier, for Best Original Song with Lyrics. Connor says, same concept as NaNoWriMo. I know that's like a writing challenge. How are you supposed to say that? I've never actually said it out loud. For novel writers who try to write 50,000 words in 30 days until December 1st. It's not a big deal if you don't hit the word count. It's just that you dedicated your craft. Exactly. And then there's Inktober for artists. This is all very similar. I'm so excited. You got all nationalities on your channel, I think. Sorry for my English. Don't worry about your English. It's great. Yes, that's one of the coolest parts of this too. It's like there's people from all over the place. I saw somebody say glory to Ukraine. Yes, same person. Shout out. Brian says, how's Korea? We'll talk about that, and I'll give you guys a little spoilers for the Korea video that I'll be dropping. First, I have a funny image to show you. I could have collected these images in advance. But first of all, I got to hang out with Joe, which we love that. Joe's living in Korea. He's fluent in Korean. He's loving Korea. I stayed kind of down the street from him, and he's a great tour guide. Showed us all the great places. We ate a ton of food, I must say. Where is this picture? My friend literally just sent me a picture from Korea today, which is like kind of crazy. I think it'll be a little controversial, but we'll see. Korea highlights. Let's do it. All right. I'm not going to show this as like the first thing I show, but it's still funny. Okay. First of all, Korea, beautiful country. Amazing public transport. I was taking the train all the time. Where is my hard drive? I'm going to pull up some footage for you all. Beautiful country. Wi-Fi on all the trains. Clean trains. On-time trains. I'm saying this, of course, as an American. Let me show you this other cool thing that I've never seen before. Maybe other airlines have this, but I flew on Korea Air for the first time. You all can tell me if other planes have this, but this plane has cameras on both the front and the bottom. So you can, from your seat, watch a downward view as you fly, or a forward view. Whoa, what happened? I thought that was pretty insane. Let me see what other video. I thought I had one of us landing, which is like pretty intense. Or maybe I didn't get that. Oh, let me see. No, it's not going to be this one. Let's see what this one is. This one might be a front view of taking off. Yes, so you can see the runway at the beginning and then just take off. I could not figure out how to film. I was too excited about the whole concept. So that was cool. Do other airlines have that? Somebody tell me. Have you seen that before? How much is the train fare? I think on a normal ride with not a big transfer, it's like 12.50 won, which is like probably less than $1. I think it's less than $1. And you just like reload your card and you just scan your card. It's like such an easy process. Okay, then let me see what this is. We stayed at this beautiful spot in Itaewon. Beautiful rooftop spot. And I shot a video there. Let me see what this video is. I shot a couple videos there, and I actually, I had moved to a different place after the bulk of my friends left. I stayed at a different place, but I actually went back there to shoot another video, and the Airbnb host was very gracious. But you can see Namsan Tower in the background, which is a very nice, which is like a Korean landmark. Me and Joe also went to that tower. We rode on a not a trolley. What's the thing that goes up? Like on a ski slope, but it's enclosed. So I was shooting, I have better shots of this rooftop. I don't know why. It's not where I want it to be. Okay, here's another shot from this rooftop. Just like views on this rooftop. But yeah, I was out here making beats. Look at the clouds go by. I was just loving life on this rooftop. Gondola, yes. Cable car, yes. One of those. It was a gondola cable car. I was so excited to go up to that roof, up to that tower. And I was like, yeah, let's go on the gondola. And then I immediately realized I was so afraid of heights. I forgot about my fear of heights, but it wasn't that bad. Let me see. My folders are a little messed up here. I went out on like painting excursions a couple times. The river was flowing. Let me see if I can find the B-roll from that. There had been like a crazy storm. You might have heard about like a typhoon or something in Korea. It didn't happen near me, but I think it definitely affected the weather, and there had been lots of rain. The river was just going crazy. Stuff floating down the river. Beautiful spots. This is one of the spots that I was painting in. This is just like a random park by the Han River. I was just hanging out here. I painted this scene. I can show you all the painting. Not that exact scene, but there's a bridge nearby that I was painting. Bring up all the videos. This bridge is the bridge I decided to paint. I'm going to make my desktop a nightmare right now. Olympic Bridge, I believe. My girlfriend's Korean. She told me that when they put this sculpture on the bridge that the helicopter crashed. So that was really cool. I can show you the painting of that bridge. I did less painting than I wanted to, if I'm being honest, but I ended up getting caught up in Beettober preparation. That's not a good angle. I can show it to this camera. All right, so there's from that day, that scene. It's too bright. Let me fix that. There we go. The Olympic Bridge scene, and then that was kind of that scene where you can see the buildings and the trees draped down below it. And this is the sketch of this lighthouse we visited, but I'm afraid to paint on it because I like the sketch too much. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this sketch is really good. Now let me mess it up with paint. Okay. There's more. There's a funny, I can prove to you all that what am I trying to say? That we live in a simulation. How's that? I'll show you that image in a moment. But I went to Jeju, which is an island off the south coast of Korea, which is really, really nice place. Kind of like a cool vacation spot. And I found, let me find the Jeju beat video. By the way, I think there will be like 2 or 3 beat videos dropping on the channel. They will also be incorporated into the longer video. And I will also post stuff to Instagram Reels, which I already did because we visited this beautiful garden. So yeah, there's that. Let me see if this is the right video. Check out this spot. This isn't the video from the beat video, but this is in the same place. This dope, like kind of art piece just on the coast. I'm just kind of taking some B-roll during this, but I ended up coming back here and shooting a beat video, which you'll see in this one spot. Just like gorgeous spot and super cinematic with this kind of brick wall and doorway. And I think I get up during this. Hopefully I get up because you can see like it frames the lighthouses pretty well, and there's so many lighthouses. It was very windy. It was very humid as well. In fact, I think I can show you how humid it was from this one camera shot that I have. Okay, so I went out to shoot on this day that it was going to be it was going to rain later. So I was trying to get out before the rain, and it's always stressful. But the rain was coming in, but I managed to get the video done. But it was so hot and humid. So I hope you can see this. You'll be able to tell over time in this video. But you can see it's kind of foggy and faded. Watch as the video progresses. My cameras were literally fogging up. It was so different from the AC inside and the humidity outside. So I kind of had to wait shooting some shots. But for the camera to not be fogging up. So you can see it's pretty not fogged up there, but at the beginning it gets very blurry. And then it just clears right up. See it? If I do it in reverse, it looks like it's fogging up. It's a crazy thing you never anticipate. You never like think you have to do or consider. I went and stayed in this really nice high-rise over by where Joe lives. But I'll show you this freaking sunset. Look at that. This is raw footage from the camera, by the way. This was like the street I would walk up and down every day. Crazy. I was making beats under this bridge. Let me find the footage of that. Collecting sounds. There's more samples to be coming. Actually, one of the projects that I did for one of the brands while I was out there was like creating a beat with sounds captured in Soul. So I kind of got to hang out here. We found this spot under this bridge where I worked on the 404. I don't think I ended up making it into a video or anything. But just a really cool spot where I was capturing some sounds and stuff. That was fun. I can't wait. The beat videos are literally already uploaded. I don't want to spoil them though, because I'm going to release them throughout Beettober. I'm just looking for maybe one or two things that I can show. I'm going to go through my process. In that video, I'll show you all like what gear I decided to bring. How I use it all together. I'm going to spoil this a little, I guess. Here's some of the Jeju beat. I'm not going to play the music, but you can see some of the scenes, like just beautiful spots. And this was the day I was competing against the rain. And I finally got my last shot done before it actually started downpouring. Actually, it started sprinkling a little, and I had to have Joe come pick me up in the van because I was going to get caught out in all the rain, but managed to get one more. And this is sunset. Last perform. I'm going to spoil this beat video too, not with the music, but with the sunset. This rooftop that we stayed at was just, check that out. Yeah, so I got that sunset pretty good. And there's another video I shot with it as well, but I was really stoked for that. I'm actually getting enough videos together that I will have, or I'll be able to have, another kind of hour-long beat video. You know what I mean? There's the other one that takes all my beat videos and combines them together and it makes them into an hour-long video. I think I have enough beat videos to do that again, and I'm going to include the Korea videos in that. Lucas says, "Can you speak Korean?" 네. 저는 never mind. I can't speak Korean. I can pretend I speak Korean. 진짜 저는 진짜 가난한 사람이에요. I know barely any Korean. Assuming you had the Orba 2 for this trip. Unfortunately, I did not have the Orba 2 for the trip. It got delivered to me while I was away. I can't believe that brick wall just sits there. Definitely a dope piece for B-roll. Yes. Paintings look fire. Thank you. There's other ones too. Why don't you record your vocals on your beats? You got a pretty nice voice. It's just not something I do all the time. What kind of tape is that? Is that tape on the notebook? Is just washi tape because it doesn't pull up the paper. You eat some Korean food. Korean food is literally my favorite food. Came home, kept eating Korean food. Using the 404 more, it was like my main piece of gear while I was out there, so I got a lot better at using it. I talk about that a little in the video that will drop on Sunday. You ever get any K-pop cuts? No, I don't really go for that kind of stuff. Alina Smith, who's really cool. We were supposed to meet up. She's in Seoul. She was in Seoul at the same time. She came right at the end of my trip. But my last night, I was out with my friends. She was in a writing session that went a little longer, so we weren't able to connect. But she's out there now, doing some cool writing. All right, you guys want to see proof that we live in a simulation? Let me find this video that I just airdropped. Not video, photo. Okay. I have to run a disclaimer before I show this photo. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke anything at all. But there is just this meme, this running joke throughout the trip with our friend who's Korean. His name's Momo. He smokes, and we would always like, oh, can I have a cigarette? Can I have a cigarette? Just like as a joke, because he would be like, no, you can't have one. Like you can't smoke, whatever, trying to protect us. But one night we did it. He was like, okay, here you can go one time. That's not the point of this photo. It's just the fact that I have a cigarette in my hand in this photo is because, and I guess I'll just show it, because I have proof that we live in a simulation, that we're just auto-generated characters, because what happened where I'm here wearing this outfit and he's here, random person, worker, wearing the same exact outfit. What happened? What happened? My friend literally sent me that today. I was dying laughing. I don't smoke. Nobody should smoke. It's not good for you. It was just a meme for the photo. Yes, what else can I show? I was posting on Instagram a lot, and on my Instagram, there is a highlight on my profile where you can go and scroll through some of my adventures. But we just had a great time. Let me airdrop this photo. Me and Joe hanging out. I was able to run by some things about Beettober with Joe. Me and Joe, by the way, crushing it at the PC Bong. Absolutely crushing it in PUBG. I literally bought a gaming laptop for while since I'm here, so that we can continue to crush it in PUBG. My first time playing PUBG and my first time on PC. We're just champions. We're basically going to go pro, is what I mean to say. I'm looking through if there's any other interesting things. It's all going to come out in a video, though. Man, so much food. I'm so hungry now that I'm looking at my phone and seeing all the food that we ate. But yeah, Korea was awesome. I definitely want to return. I definitely want to go back. It was just a great place, even though there's like the language barrier. I mean, I was lucky that I have a friend there that speaks Korean. And I think I could learn more, but it is hard. I am smoking LOL Viva la Resistance. No, it's not good for you. It's not good for you. It's like he's realizing, I think, yes, he's like, wait, that guy's wearing the same exact outfit. Can you make K-pop beats? I've made some K-pop style beats before. I do enjoy it. I'm a huge fan of K-pop. Oh, I didn't tell you guys about like one of the most important things. So there's an artist. Her name is IU. She is one of, if not the most probably famous person in Korea. She's a singer. She also does acting. She is one of me and Joe's like favorite artists. She's just an amazing singer, an amazing songwriter. Her songs are dope. Her music is dope. I've watched dramas that she's in. She's a great actor as well. And she was having a concert at the Olympic Stadium in Seoul. Now, when IU has a concert, first of all, we're kind of post-pandemic, right? So there hadn't been a lot of concerts before. When IU has a concert, it's no joke. Like, she doesn't have them often. She doesn't do a ton of touring. I'm not going to play this audio because I don't want to get claimed, but I just want to show you the scope. This is a concert in 2019. I don't know if there's any big crowd shots, but it's just like full stadium vibes, right? Like, I definitely recommend you check out her music, but she's the most popular person in Korea. So we find out that while I am in Korea, that she is having a concert, a 2-night concert. She hasn't done a live show in like 4 years or something crazy like that. She's having a concert. So we try to get tickets. Now, the way K-pop tickets work is the first batch of tickets go to the fan club. Fan club is the thing that you like pay to get in, you get advanced pre-sale, et cetera, et cetera. Now, we were not so efficient at this, and we did not get tickets because it sold out in literally a minute. Joe stayed at the PC Bong till like 1, 2 in the morning trying to get a ticket, waiting in the queue. You get through the queue, and it was just like completely sold out. You couldn't find any tickets. She even posted a video on her YouTube channel, her trying to get tickets to her own concert. So it's like this big meme. So we were like, dang, missed opportunity. We're not going to be able to go. And then let me bring up this other thing. So to add insult to injury, like usually, okay, I'll just buy tickets secondhand, right? I'll buy them on SeatGeek or whatever. But like those sites don't really exist in Korea. There's Korean kind of versions of them. IU concert, scalping. But it's very much looked down upon to do resale tickets. So before the show that was happening while I was there, the label released this like whole statement about how scalping, selling secondary tickets, they were going to be super strict, and that they were going to all attendees must purchase tickets for the concert in person. So you can't be a proxy ticket buyer. You can't transfer of tickets. So they were going to be super strict. They will revoke your fan club membership if you have one. You'll be blacklisted, banned from future events. And we were pretty sure that they were going to check IDs at the door, and the tickets all have IDs on them, or they have names on them. So what did we do? Well, we bought secondary tickets anyway. We spent about $300 each on like these nosebleed tickets because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a floor seat and we wouldn't be able to get in. So we didn't know. We bought these tickets, didn't know if we could go. Had the ticket in hand, ready to go. Ticket, ready to go. We were feeling good, but we still didn't know. Would we get in? Would we get in? We go to the show. We get in. No problem. There is only one time they looked at the name on the ticket, which is very funny because I don't know if anybody's Korean in the chat, but it's me and Joe going, two obviously not Korean people, which I think we were the only... I didn't see any other foreigners, any other Westerners, I'll say. I didn't see any other Westerners. But the name on the ticket is Park Shion, which if you're a Korean person, that is a very distinctly female name. Park Shion. So there was only one time when there was a gift, like a small like sticker that was exclusive to the nosebleed section. So we went to that table to get our free gift. And they looked at the ticket, they looked at Joe and they go, Park Shion? And he just went, there. And they just said, okay. So it's like two male foreigners with girl's name on the ticket. And we got in, no problem. And we went to this concert and I'm telling you, it is one of the best performances I've ever seen, because obviously she's an amazing singer, but not only that, firework display. I'm going to show you all about the best spectacle of the entire thing. There was 2 amazing things that happened at the show in my mind. Again, not going to play audio. You guys can check this out for yourselves. 2 amazing spectacles. One was she flew around the stadium in a hot air balloon. A legit hot air balloon. What artist do you know that flies around the stadium in a hot air balloon? All right, I'm going to scroll to where this like gets a little closer. And the whole thing was like, she was like, oh, I want to get closer to the fans in the higher up seats. So I very much appreciated that. This is crazy. Meanwhile, there's these people running on the ground. These people are in control. Well, like obviously there's the pilot guy, but they're like, they got to pull it. They got to make sure the wind doesn't blow because this stadium has no roof. It's open. But this was just crazy. Insane. I've never seen something like this before inside a stadium. So she's in there. She does a whole song. They time it perfectly where she does the whole song in the hot air balloon around the entire stadium. Crazy, 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 crazy. The other crazy thing, and then I'm going to stop talking about this this concert, is it's not like kind of like Western concerts where there's like openers and stuff. It was just IU's concert. But what happened was the intermission happened. It was clearly the intermission because IU went down the elevator. Then the dancers and the instrumentalists continued. They like played the outro to the song. And then dark, the lights went out. The dancers were all wearing white, right? So then the lights come up and the music starts playing. And then there's 5 dancers in the center of the stage wearing white. Now the music that starts playing is a song by ITZY, which is another K-pop group that I love. I figure, oh, it's going to be intermission. The dancers are going to dance popular K-pop songs. No. Literally, ITZY shows up. Surprise guests at the show. And they play 2 songs. So the crowd is going nuts. It's just insane. Me and Joe, I'm sitting in front of Joe. I'm sitting behind him. He's sitting in front of me. I'm sitting behind him. We're turning around looking at each other like, holy shit. I can't believe that this is happening. So like, it's crazy that we got in. It's crazy that she flew a hot air balloon. It's crazy that ITZY was there. Like all of the above. That was like a huge, huge highlight of the trip. Not that I'm sure you all care that much about my IU concert experience, but you know. Yeah, Bishop, I heard you snuck into the VIP section at the Chili Peppers concert. That was cool. But, man, feeling sad about her ears problem. Yeah, I think she just can take more care. I know some of that is irreversible, and I think most performers that have performed for as long and as much as she has, some hearing loss is definitely like par for the course, but it's tough. I see you always like Twice posts on IG. That's true. I did get called out for that in the comments recently on like one of Chewy's pictures. I just recently tried Korean barbecue for the first time. So many plates of food. My favorite was the prawns. Yeah, I don't like as much of the seafood, but like an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue, samgyeopsal, I could eat it every single day. Every single day. My wife saw BTS when they were in Vegas. There were like 60 plus people at each of the shows. Yeah, it's insane. So I'm seeing ITZY later in October, and then I'm seeing Blackpink in November or December. I forget. That's like 2 concerts in one. Lucky. Yeah, it was crazy. Just the sheer surprise of it was intense. But Korea was an amazing time. I'm putting together, the video is pretty much edited together. I'm just going to put some voiceover over it. And you guys will get to see all the music that I was making in Korea, some of the beat sessions that I did. You'll see all of that in the video on Sunday. We will be live again on Saturday at 11 a.m. PST. So please tune in. Please come hang out. Please post your first Beettober beats of the month. I'm excited for Beettober in general. Josh says, oh my God, you went to the golden hour. Even though I'm Korean, I couldn't go because I couldn't get a ticket. I know, it was crazy. I can't even believe that I got a ticket. It was crazy. How are you going to be a big artist and just do 2 nights and not do tour? But that is what you got to do. Beettober starting on Saturday, my friends. Please look out for, follow me on Twitter. First of all, there's going to be a giveaway every single stream for Twitter users specifically. So stay tuned for that. There will be 3 custom MIDI controllers this year, by the way. I should leak that now as well. The Beettober website, beatober.com, please bookmark it. I'm going to be updating it. If I can have it up and running by tomorrow, that would be fantastic for me. Beettober, more details about everything we talked about today for Beettober is coming. That video should drop tomorrow, if not on Saturday. I hope I can drop it tomorrow. I know I've been posting kind of off schedule, but I'm just trying to get everything out there. And the merch will drop on day 1 of Beettober, I think. So I'm sorry, there's like just so much to talk about and communicate. I want to tell you guys about the trip. I want to make sure you're all ready for Beettober, but hopefully this stream was helpful, hearing people's questions and stuff. So thank you all for hanging out with me today. I'm in this weird space where like right before I went to Korea, I also moved. So even though like this room is like pretty much fully set up, I haven't like really settled in the rest of the place. So I'm trying. You said something about a guitar as a prize. For what? We will have a specific Beettober bounty. This will all be on the website as well. There will be a specific Beettober bounty for guitar players. All you have to do is post guitar beats and submit them for a specific challenge. But all that with deadlines and stuff will be coming. So Jason says couldn't afford Blackpink tickets. The ticket prices were absolutely insane. And I did fan club tickets too. So, and my tickets are not even that good. They're floor seats, but they're not great. Thanks, TAETRO. You got your own vibe. You top up my mental health. Haha, that's funny. All right, cool. Thanks, everybody. All right, my voice is starting getting hoarse. I gotta have lunch. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me today. We did about 2 hours, 15 minutes. Beettober is upon us. So get ready. We're streaming live every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, starting this Saturday on October 1st. Can't wait to see you all there. Look out for the new videos dropping. Please, please, please. It's this month at least, turn on notifications. Turn on notifications here on YouTube for new videos and new live streams. Follow me on Twitter at the very least, because I'm going to announce more stuff there and talk more in detail. And make sure you're following me on Instagram too, because I put stuff on my story, like more details and all that. But I look forward to seeing all your beats. Let's everybody get a post ready for Beettober Day 1. Guess what? If you want to make a beat today and post it on October 1st, nobody will know. In fact, if you want to make a beat today and make a beat tomorrow, and then you have a post ready for the 1st and the 2nd, you can be 2 days ahead. Think about it. Think about it. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one.